Hi there, I'm Melody Miller, Norwex Independent Consultant, and this is the Norwex Envirocloth. Now, for most of us, there are two ways to clean in our homes, the chemical way and the mechanical way. And I'm going to do a demo here today to show you how you can, in fact, get your house clean and safe using just water and Norwex microfiber. Now, I have with me a piece of raw chicken, which if you are like me, when you spill chicken in your kitchen, you go immediately to clean it up because you do not want that hanging around and you don't want it spreading to any other surfaces in your house. So I have just rubbed that all over my, pretend kitchen counter here. I even got chunks on there, so this is pretty legit. Now, there are, like I said, two ways to clean, the chemical way and the mechanical way. Now, with our microfiber, and you can buy microfiber in the store, but it's probably going to be about the size of like 1/6 a human hair. Our microfiber is 1/200th the size of a human hair, so it's really, really tiny. And our Envirocloths, if you were to hold this up to the light, you wouldn't really be able to see through it because it's really, really dense. What that means is, one, it's really absorbent, so it's great for spills, but it's also just so full of those microfibers. And in fact, if you were to unravel this cloth, it would actually stretch from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico, which I can't even wrap my brain around because I use this thing to clean all the time. But there's that much cleaning microfiber power packed into one Norwex Envirocloth. But what you can't see is that we coat our microfiber in silver, and we call this backlock. And what that does is that it gives these cloths the ability to self-purify. Now, once you have cleaned your surface, like say I cleaned my raw chicken off my surface and that bacteria and dirt and chicken is now in my cloth, I'm going to go over to the sink and rinse it under hot water and just rub it against itself. And that's going to loosen up anything and kind of rinse it away. Any bacteria that is still stuck in this this cloth, if I hang it up and leave it to dry, within 24 hours, that microsilver has actually surrounded and killed any bacteria that's still in there. And so 24 hours later, I can go get my cloth and I don't have to worry that any of that raw chicken bacteria is still in my cloth. Most of your kitchen cloths are going to get tossed in the wash after you've cleaned up something like raw chicken with them, or they're going to get stinky pretty quickly. Norwex doesn't do that because of the backlock, the microsilver that's in there. And so this is really one powerful cleaning tool. So let's take a look at how well it stacks up. Now, like I said, the other way of cleaning is chemical cleaning. But hopefully you know by now that chemicals, harsh, toxic chemicals, are really, really bad for your health. They have endocrine disrupting chemicals in them, which can cause infertility issues. They can cause different issues that set off things like asthma and just a host of issues that we don't need. We don't need these chemicals in our bodies. And in fact, the US regulates very, very few chemicals. And there are so many things that get snuck in here that we don't know anything about. They're not even tested. So these are not safe. But we use them because we believe what they say, that they're going to kill bacteria and viruses on our surfaces. Well, that sounds great, but have you ever read the label and read the instructions? Let me read it to you. It says to disinfect and deodorize hard surfaces. Wipe surface. Use enough wipes for treated surface to remain visibly wet for 4 minutes. It says it right here. I'm not making this up. I've never done that. Have you? I have not. Let surface dry. For highly soiled surfaces, clean excess dirt first. So this isn't even meant to clean the dirt off. It's just meant to kill the bacteria. It says for surfaces that may come in contact with food, a potable water rinse is required. Now, I don't know about you, but in my house, I've got 3 little boys, I've got a dog, 2 cats, and a husband. And of course, I live here too. Every surface is a food surface because somebody's always putting their fingers in their mouths or licking the window or picking up who knows what off the floor and putting it in their mouth. And so if I'm supposed to wash a food surface after using this product on it with something, coming back with another cloth or something with water on it, if I'm using these in my home, I should be cleaning it off of every single surface. And that's because of this precautionary statement that's down here at the bottom. It says hazards to humans and domestic animals. And again, my house is full of those things. So these are toxic. They are really bad for your health. But we use them anyway because, we want to make sure we don't have any bacteria hanging around. Well, let's see how it stacks up. So I've smeared the raw chicken all over my surface. Now I have glow germ, and what that is just a white powder that glows under the black light, and it basically just simulates the size and shape of germs. And so we're gonna be able to see if our 2 ways of cleaning are actually removing, you know, the glow germ and the raw chicken from our surfaces. I'm just gonna rub that all up in the chicken that we know is on there. There's like chunks of it, if you can see. Ooh, that's disgusting. I'm just gonna wipe off that raw chicken over there and the glow germ. So again, we're just seeing it glow under this black light. So as the instructions said, if you were to use enough wipes to keep your surface wet for 4 minutes, it would in fact do what the can says. But most of us don't do that, and I'm not gonna do that today. That would take a lot of wipes. Have you ever like watched the surface dry with this stuff? It doesn't stay wet very long. So I'm gonna clean half of this with this disinfecting wipe. And ooh, that is a chunk of chicken. That's gross. All right, so there we go. That is probably about as long as most of us would go ahead and clean our surfaces that we're trying to disinfect with the chemicals. Let's see how it did. Remember, we're looking for that glow germ. Oh yeah, I think you can see on the camera all of the white streaks left behind from the glow germ. So we have chemicals on here that we applied to the surface. They're still, you know, hasn't been 4 minutes, and so we know nothing's actually dead yet. And obviously, we have a whole bunch of glow germ and chicken stuff left behind. Let's see how our Norwex does. Now, with Norwex, you know, you like some rags you might like take and ball up like this to clean with, but with Norwex, we want to fold it into squares. You can get this Envirocloth folded 4 times to make 8 cleaning surfaces. And what that does is it allows all of these teeny tiny microfibers to get right in contact with the surface, so you know that it is doing what it claims to do. And it can remove up to 99% of bacteria just with this cloth, and it's only wet with water, no chemical required. And bonus, this gives you 8 clean surfaces to go around and use to clean with before you even have to go back to the sink and rinse it and start again. So this just saves you so much time. You don't have to lug the buckets and the sprays and the rubber gloves and all the things around with you. It's just water and 1 cloth. We offer a 2-year microfiber warranty, and so if anything goes wrong with it in 2 years, and it very infrequently happens, we will replace it. But most people use these cloths for 5-6 years. I've heard stories of people having 10-year-old cloths that still clean just like they did on day 1. So let's see how it does on our raw chicken. So I'm gonna wipe this side for about as long as I wiped this chemical side. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of chicken that I got on there, you guys. All right, so that was probably about the same amount of time. Now this side, remember, it has to stay wet for 4 minutes. It's already drying, and I think it's not been nearly that much time. So I don't know that I trust that anything's actually dead over here. But as far as removing, yeah, we can definitely see there's all that glow germ still there on the chemical side. Check out the Norwex side. Now again, just water in my microfiber, and I wiped all of that glow germ and all of that raw chicken away just as quick as I used this wipe, which we're seeing was actually probably not very effective. So the choice is yours. You can keep buying single-use chemical-filled products that create garbage, which is bad for the earth, leave chemicals behind, which is bad for your body, and as it turns out, are not actually removing the bacteria. Or you can do it the mechanical Norwex way with just our microfiber and water and get results that you can see. If you have questions about Norwex, you want to learn more, you're ready to shop, please get in touch with me. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Thanks everyone for watching, and have a great one.